To dive right in, I want to kind of talk about why is apprenticeship especially valuable in today's workforce environment. Lisa, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So you mentioned before there is this like threatening skill gap, which I think a
Yeah.
lot of employers can relate to. You have a senior workforce generation that is about to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, and yeah, you have positions to fill, and maybe
Yeah.
not that many people coming after that. So apprenticeships are a great way to build that talent pipeline and really um, tailored to your needs. So really train the right skills, the skills that you need at your company, and the competencies and your equipment, with your company culture, and so on. And with that retiring workforce generation, there's also a lot of knowledge, expertise, skills leaving with them. So apprenticeship is a great way and strategy to train those skills to the younger generation and really keep it in the company. So they don't have to start from scratch. They don't have to reinvent the wheel, and it really gives you a competitive advantage compared to other companies who don't have apprenticeship programs.
Absolutely. Keeping that skill within in-house is so important for growing your organization overall. And I also wanted to hear from Nicole. Why would you say apprenticeships especially valuable in today's workforce?
Well, I'll piggyback off of what Lisa said. As she said, with the skill gaps and the retirement increasing, being able to train your own talent pipeline is essential right now in our workforce. And what we do as an educational perspective, we help translate everyday job tasks into teachable skills. A lot of companies don't have the capacity or the time to build out that curriculum, so that's where a strong RTI provider comes in.
Absolutely. Sometimes having a strong education backup is really important for an organization to really upskill their workforce. And to get into the employer side, Nate, I'm sure other employers watching this are kind of curious and want to know what workforce challenge led your organization to explore apprenticeships and what made it worth it?
Yeah, so with the retention being a very large issue that we want to solve, apprenticeships is a very good way to stay ahead of that, as well as the training. So a lot of our skills at VECA are very customized and they're very unique. So even the people who have those skills might not have all the knowledge on how the VECA process works. So we want to get them the training, the hands-on training inside the facility, and we want to develop their passion as well. So then we'll get the schools like CCAC or the Workforce Development Boards or the GACC program to really get on board, get that training, and finalize our apprentices into journeymen, journey people.
Yeah. I mean, that's really impressive, honestly. And, can you tell me a little bit about the benefits involved with apprenticeship? With the employers watching us, we want to talk about what to expect when they implement such a model in their organization.
Yeah, so we have seen really high retention rates amongst our apprentices, internal and external apprenticeships that we have at VECA. Um, we have a strong workforce satisfaction, so they really get to take pride in their work. They really get to enjoy what they do, and they create a passion for their work. And long-term values. So they go on to, the journey people go on to train others. They lead projects. They support safety along their departments with the new hires, with the new apprentices coming in. And return in investment, something really hard to show on paper right away, but it becomes clear the way that they work, the way they come up with ideas, get involved.
What buy-in did you get into it?
So the buy-in that we get from our people at our actual company at VECA. So for same advice for employers getting started. So you want to partner with organizations, get everybody else involved. There's people out there who can really help and benefit, and it's a lot of weight on you as a company to get started with, and you want to really get the the leadership buy-in. So from your CEO, from your managers, from your different departments, if you don't have their buy-in, it's going to work really difficult. Even if you have your head person, your CEO's buy-in, if you don't have the managers and the departments and they're kind of working against
Yeah.
you, not seeing the purpose of apprenticeships, you're really going to not work. So you want to have a good plan going into play.
Absolutely. And that kind of leads me right into my next question. So, Nicole, what is some of the support you've seen with apprenticeship? And actually, I want to hear also from the sponsors what support you offer as well for the apprenticeship model, just so that our employers who are watching and the people who are watching can kind of see where they can actually dip into to help build their own model.
So from an RTI or an educational perspective, we have the privilege of supporting both the employer and the apprentice throughout the apprenticeship journey. For the employers, our role is to make the training components more manageable. Companies don't always have the capacity or the time to build out curriculum, so that's where a strong RTI partner comes into play. For the apprentice, the support is more hands-on. During the classroom and technical instruction, our instructors explain, I think I already mentioned this, but I'll say it again because I can't say it enough, explain the why behind the work and how the systems connect, which provides a deeper understanding.
Absolutely.